All right. We're gonna start just by looking at like what you do, I guess. So you said you're struggling to stay alive. Oh, wow, that's loud. We'll see. So this is actually one of Iron Man's best maps, thankfully. By a lot, actually. Let's see like how you could be playing this a little better. So first of all, let's look at their team comp. They have a Hela and they have a Luna. They have a Mag. These three and even a little bit of Groot, they can mess you up. So those are like your biggest issues, really. And it's good that you're beaming Groot here. You're just trying to get that damage in. You're playing with your pillar, and right there is when you died. So right here, right? If you look at the Hela's point of view, you see how far away you are from this, like, from this huge wall. This is like, you can't break this wall, so it's gonna stay forever. You want to play around this pillar the most you can, especially when there is a Hela. So you see how she, if we go back, she attacks you and then she stops attacking you. She looks for another target, and then you pop back in. She instantly flicks back to you. That means that, this person's pretty good and they're focusing on you. Exactly. So when you're fighting against the Hela like this, that's actually, doing her job. As you can see, she's trying to shoot at you. Um, the best thing to do right here is don't go wide. Just play this wall. Play it high, and here, easier if I move up a little bit. There we go. So instead of like doing it this wide, right? Because look how far away you are from the wall. You ideally just want to peek out like this, where you are this close to the wall. You see how far away this wall is compared to you? You're basically one wall length away from the thing. So don't peek out like this. Peek out as if you were around here, where I'm drawing the yellow. You don't want to peek out more than that, especially against a Hela who's really focused on you. Then you'd argue, the Bucky is there and the Magneto's there, and that's why I say go high and then peek. So like, let's say I'm playing. You see how much more she has to aim up. She can't see anybody here, so it's a little harder for her, but you can still shoot her. And if these two are being problems, you can just play around this as well. This area is honestly really great for Iron Man because he has this health pack. He has such a good vantage point. You can also play here as well. But let's continue. You already understand. Yeah, you play the spot that I'd argue is best. This Hela's on you again. And you see she is not leaving you alone. Oh yeah, no, she wants you dead. It's good. Good job playing around the pillars there, but again, a little bit too far. So right here, you notice Hela's on you. But then, you see how far away you are from natural cover. And then you die. You don't need to peek like this, especially if you're lasering him. The laser would have reached him if you played here. But yeah, just be aware of your positioning against with natural cover, especially with the Hela on the enemy team. But this just applies in general. Like, it's good that you're playing here. There's not really a way to play around this. I'd be careful going that far. Good try on that. So when you want a maximum pulse, like, it's good that you're doing it immediately. And you knew it was gonna hit, right? And it was gonna hit. It was gonna be huge maximum pulse. The Magneto was in front of you, which is godlike. Right there, you want to see if you can position yourself somewhere away from the mag. Because this guy's gonna 100% try and stop you from doing this. So a way you can do that is by pushing up and then doing it. You might miss an opportunity to kill this many people, but your main goal is to just kill this Luna, right? So with those, just be a little bit more aware of like where this guy's gonna be, because you don't really want to waste that. He still dies, but then nothing really comes from what they're doing. Nice, you didn't need to really hide for her for that one. Overall, not too bad. It's just those little things that if your teammates aren't doing too well, you might end up losing the game for your team. But yeah, well, we'll continue seeing. I wish you could just skip to round start. Alright, yeah, we're just looking at the round here. I'm sorry, being a little quiet. Nice. I would have just continued burning that Hella, honestly. Like right here, see she's already at half, you just E'd, and your teammate still has this invisible field. You're not doing much to him. You're not gonna kill him. But the Hella, everyone's trying to focus her. So please just focus the Hella. Because then one of your teammates just died because of that. Honestly, you shouldn't have been there anyways, but you're good. Nice. Good positioning there, just taking her out. Good try. Hmm. You're doing a good job staying alive here, since this map is a lot easier for you to stay alive in. But I'm trying to see like what you can do. Honestly, I want to look at the beginning, when you guys started this fight. So right here, where you were, isn't bad, but you see the problem here is that maybe you're too far behind of your team. Uh, You could the first play you could have done was going here and just playing this off angle. Because you have a pretty strong front line, very divey, brawly front line. Even with like these four, this is super brawly. So you being here, you being right here isn't really doing much. You could be annoying right here. Just doing this. You could even be up here doing this as well. Take these kind of aggressive angles, especially if you guys just run around, because you'll see like there's no damage going down at all. And then I already talked about the Hella. So just be aware of like where you can position, because now you see like you're not able to get down that much damage. Your teammates are really all over the place. Um, ultimates are coming down when they shouldn't. Even though you're winning, it's still a little disorganized. And right here, it wasn't a bad idea to throw it at the cloak. But something I might have done here, honestly, is when my cloak does it, I would just sit here and maybe try and get a flanking ult on either their tanks or one of their supports, or your support, one of these guys. Just get them out, because you see, like, your team isn't really able to make too much space. You want to be able to create the space for your team. And right there, I was just unlucky because she just flew away. So, yeah. I think a general rule of thumb is you can play with your tanks if you have a shield tank. If you have a Magneto, you have a Strange, play with them. But if these two are your tanks, you cannot really play with them the way you want to. You kind of have to play that off-angle game that you were playing in the first map. So just keeping in mind of who you have and how you can change your playstyle, because Iron Man can play very differently depending on the different situations. So right here would have been a perfect ultimate as well. No real reason for you to run away, but it still works out. You guys still get pretty good value from that. Yeah, when I say like no real reason to run away here, is that right here when she ults and you're beaming inside, you can E, and or just waste your ammo and then go for it. But I mean, it worked out because it went down at the right time. And you guys get the point from that. So, keep your life. Not bad playing here. This is like the best choke in the map anyways. Focusing that Hella is really good. Oh no. Do it a little earlier. They buffed the speed up on her, and generally, like, Cloak is really good right now. So since they buffed the speed on her ulti, you have to do it a little bit earlier. Looks like they just get it. Yeah, we'll see here. And I'd argue that sometimes it's okay not to use your ultimate on a Cloak. Because if you had your ultimate here, Loki doesn't have greens. Look at all of them. They're all stacked up. The only threat, really, that can stop you is this guy. So imagine if you had ulti there. Good ol' line on him, but Starlord was there to look after your guy. You could have played a little bit more careful there, but it's okay. This map is a lot better for Iron Man. And just throw it down the middle, try and get that damage in. No big deal. That guy's dead. That guy is like your biggest threat sometimes, so yeah. So now that he's dead and he's dead, become more aggressive. Try and take the most space you can. So here on this map, on this map, Iron Man's really good at playing these pillars again. You see the similarities between this one and the one you won before? Pillar, play it. Just play the pillar. Play here. Be annoying. Be constant. I think it's the most annoying thing about Iron Man. It's just the constant damage he puts out. And then on top of that, he has an insta-kill nuke as his ultimate that he just builds up so quickly. So play for that. It's the most important thing you can do. Right here, I like the spot you're playing. But again, just a little bit too far from cover. You want to be playing here. You want to be playing closer to cover. Surprisingly, this Hela hasn't killed you in a while. Which, you know, I'm happy to see that, obviously. But here, Hela is pretty good on this map. Yeah, I would just do it earlier. Nice burn on her. I can't do too much about him. Oof. That is going very crazy. So much stuff happening. Good dodge on the clobber. You know what? I actually like you trying to go for ult charge here. But this Hela was really out in the open. She's trying to hit you. But for a majority of this fight, when Loki ulted, look at where this Hela is relative to you. And look at where she is relative to this. You could have took her out of her position by just shooting at her instead of just beaming into someone who's not gonna die. Obviously, like, there's two good plays here. Beaming to get your ult charge, or, you know, shooting her is a good play. But this person will kill your teammates if you just leave her, and she did deal a pretty some chunks to them. Here, she's trying to go for you, and this is where you die next. Yeah. So again, don't be out this open. You don't have any cover. This Hela's on you, and you die. Honestly, you were maybe gonna die here anyways, but you could have lived if you played a tighter angle. Right, she comes up to say hi to you, and then she regrets it immediately. Good job trying to focus on her. That's straight up what I want you to do. Nice dodging. Just start shooting. They're so out of position. Woof! Wait! Hey, that is some tech. I didn't know that. Alright, you guys end up winning, but you end up dying. So let me see your death, and then we'll call it there, okay? Whew, that guy got you. Alright, and that's just unfortunate. Maybe you didn't know that your Luna ulted, but she did ult. Easiest way to fight against his ultimate too. There's no ultimates, just hide in a inside an area, and he's gonna have to chase you. So, other than the angle stuff, your target prio is pretty good. I would just focus on trying to play your life more with these natural covers. Like playing this corner, just doing like wiggles like this. I can show it on somebody different. I can show it in practice range real quick how I would do it. I'll show it on... I'll show it on Iron Man anyways. So right here's a nice little pillar. So you see these guys, right? If I go super far, they have a really easy angle on me, and they will shoot me because I'm Iron Man. Iron Man's super squishy, and he can die. But you see, if I do it like this, and I'm just constantly like, this is super far away, you're never gonna have something like this happen. But you see, like, I'm just kind of wiggling. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. If I see someone, you know, you can do that. And you see how far it'll go. I can reach down here from up here. The easier way to show you this. It ends here. Where these stairs are. If anyone is this far, they'll take the beam. So, you know, play that way. I'll play from right here. You know, I can beam them here, obviously. But, yeah. You get the point. Do that, and you'll see yourself not die more. So, yep. Thanks for sending the replay. I'm happy to help anytime. Bye.